bats everywhere. Whee! Just lit the fire pit.
Pardon me.
Oh, pardon, might see a bat. There it is. There's a bat. Look. My plant theatre with my semi-trained geraniums is glorious. And they smell lovely. Now I've seen you've got brush skills, Wilfred. There's going to be no stopping you.
I better like that.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing?
Videoing the tomato. Smile at me. Mwah.
Hello everybody, it's 1st of September, Thursday, and it's been 2 months since I was here last, so I don't know what I'm doing. Don't know how to start this. Haven't done a formal podcast as such in a very long time, but you don't care, do you? Got myself a lovely coffee in one of my favourite mugs. I've got 4 of these now because Catherine from Bed of Roses just sent me 2 more, which is brilliant because they're always in the dishwasher, and this is the mug that at the moment I'm reaching for all the time. It's just so perfect. She sells them on her website and they come in all different colours, and I keep looking at, there's a green one and I keep looking at that and thinking, autumn. I've got up, I've said white rabbits, I've said pinch punch first of the month, I've said flicking a kick for being so quick, no return, and that's basically all I've said this morning. So my voice might be a little bit funny and I haven't got my thoughts all composed, and I desperately need to cut the ends of my hair off with my dressmaking scissors because they've gone really dry and wispy because it's been so hot here. If you didn't know, unprecedented temperatures in the UK this summer and very low rainfall. My garden is, I wanted to do a lovely video about my garden and show off all of the things that were going to grow and look lovely that I planned and I planted with you guys, and I got seedlings and things, but what with the rabbits eating everything, the deer, the badgers coming in and digging stuff up, what else? We had pigeons. Pheasants didn't do much harm, so that was fine. Anyway, it's been 40 plagues, 40 pestilences or whatever it is. So, and what with that and the lack of rain and the heat, it was like sitting in front of a hairdryer on low warm air for many weeks. I've lost a lot of stuff in my garden, and that's just the way it is. But I think going forward I'll have to plant seaside sort of plants, drought resistant and wind tolerant. Is this angle funny? It's making me look funny, is it not? I've done my skirt though, look. I've you know, this skirt, it's not going to look good while I'm like this. Boobs. I've made some braces. I think I've made them a little bit too short, but not to worry. Oh, I've left my notes. Wait a minute. I'm back. Here's my notes. I've actually made notes. So in my garden, the things that did all right, my raspberries were okay. My South African squashes have been abundant. Brilliant. They're these funny little round things. They look like really miniature watermelons, but very tough skin. And what you do is you roast them or steam them or whatever it is you want to do, prick their skins, and then you cut them in half and you pour in some olive oil and salt and pepper and they are so lovely. You eat them out of the skin like a grapefruit. Oh, yum. Really lovely. The tomatoes have been great. The runner beans have been wonderful. And my Violetta French beans. And my French beans have been good. My Wizard field beans, which are a bit like a miniature broad bean, they've been lovely. And my sweet corn is ready, and that's lovely too. We had it at the weekend with my cousins. They came to visit this weekend and stayed over and had a barbecue, and we barbecued the sweet corn. My dad came with Mags, my stepmum. He did all the barbecuing. He's an absolute trooper. He was boiling. Yeah, it was really nice to have them. My grandmother, our grandmother, died this time last year, or June last year, and we'd not been estranged. We'd just got out of the habit of regularly seeing one another, and we all had such a gorgeous time when we were together. We just vowed that we would see each other more often. So one of my cousins, Keel, I see him, hello Ben, I see him probably every 3 months, which is really lovely. And my other 2 cousins I see perhaps every 6 months now. And we always have a plan for the next time that we're going to get together, which is wonderful. I really love being family. Oh no, now Margot wants to be let out. And you're on my lap. Go on. Oh, watch out. 1 minute, please, caller. Excuse me. This is a silly idea, sitting here. But the reason why I'm here is because Wilfred is in his bedroom and he's doing some belated homework with one of his friends. Well, they're all on a Discord call. So they're all discussing this. They've got to do a book review. And he's so loud when he's at his desk. He's got a wheelie chair and it just scrapes along the wooden floorboards. So I'm relegated to in here where we won't hear him. What is that? Is that a lump? What's that, Bun? Whatever is that? Oh, she's got a really big lump. I think I need to take you to the vet, sweetheart. It's here. It's right by she's got a massive scar under her jaw, and it goes up through, and you can see when she yawns, it's whatever caused it went through her tongue and into the roof of her mouth. She's pretty beaten up, aren't you? Hopefully it's just keloid tissue scarring, but let's hope that's all it is. Getting old now, aren't you? She's our rescue dog from Spain, and when we got her 3 years ago, they thought she was about 7 or 8, and 3 different vets said exactly the same thing. I was hoping they were going to say 3 or 4, but no. And she, so she must be 10 or 11 now. You've not had an easy life, have you? She's got all broken teeth and scars. Now Margot's going to start digging and wobble the camera. Right, I'll sort this out. I'll be back in a minute. Right, going. I feel like I've got such a lot that I want to talk to you about. I feel like I'm rushing. But then I don't want this to be too long or complicated because I don't know when I'll pull it all together and edit it. Wilf does have football training tonight, so that gives me an hour and a half. I can probably get the majority done then. Uh-oh. Comfy? You comfy, baby? I've got knitting I want to talk to you about, but I realise I've left my 2 finished items in the other room, so I'll get them in a minute. What I'll do is I'll just work through randomly the baskets that I've got next to me here. So let's show you a few things. I have been knitting the half and half triangle wrap by Pearl Soho. It's a free pattern. And I've been really enjoying doing this. I know a lot of people say they get bored just going knit, 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 but that's my favourite sort of knitting. I really like that's Bunny just getting comfortable. I really like backwards and forwards garter stitch without much to think about. I think it's lovely. And I'll soon be adding the next colour in. So my short rows, because the triangle's constructed by doing short rows. German short rows I've chosen. I can't remember whether that was what Pearl Soho said to do, or a wrap and turn short row, but I just find the German short row ever so easy. So I've only got that much to go backwards and forwards on, and it obviously decreases how many stitches you've got every time you do a short row. And then I'll be adding in this colour. Nice, isn't it? I'm going to sneeze. I love these little Bulgur bags. My mum bought me this one from a company online called Wovenology that's got a really good ethical basis to their business and the way that they treat their employees and pay a fair wage to the women in, I want to say, Uganda. But I could well be making that up. Didn't tell you what the yarn is, did I? The yarn is Merino Yak 4-ply Regia Premium. So I think, yeah, you can make socks out of this. There's polyamide in there. I got it from No Frills Knitting in Bristol, so local to me. I've got a pair of vanilla socks that I was knitting for Toby's birthday, but Toby's birthday came and went. He was 50. Here's the socks. Sad story. On his birthday, which was Monday the 11th of July, we went out for supper, and it was a restaurant we'd not been to before, and the food tasted really bland. And Toby said, yeah, it was fine, you know, nothing really massively brilliant to write home about, but that was fine. It's just a new restaurant down the road, a bit of a, we've got nothing for dinner tonight, let's go out sort of jobby, so not a fancy one. So the food was fine, but I felt mine was a bit bland. I kept putting salt on it. And then we got home and we opened up a bottle of rosé wine that he'd got for his birthday, and he said, oh, this is so delicious. And I was like, I'm just not feeling it. You know where I'm going, don't you? The next day, my temperature shot up to 39.9 and it stayed there for 3 days. I had a dry temperature and then a wet temperature. And eventually I tested positive for COVID. But it took, I think I started getting symptoms on Monday, but it took till Wednesday morning to have it show up positive. So that ruined the weekend plans for his birthday. Poor guy. I keep thinking of so many things that I want to show you and tell you. This is going to be very disjointed, but I have to show you what I got him for his birthday, what I had made for him. One of the mums at Bill's lovely old school, I can't believe I'm saying that, I can't believe he's left. She's an artist and she specialises, her thing is bronze sculptures. She's so talented. She shows her work and sells her work through many fine art galleries. And I said to her, I was struggling to think of a really lovely gift for Toby for his birthday, for his 50th, but I wondered if she had anything to sell. Did she have any dogs, for example? Most of the time she does people and rabbits. Sounds weird. It's not. And to cut a long story short, she agreed to do a sculpture of Bunny. Here she is. It's so heavy. But look, that is our dog. with her ear sticking out the way that it does, with her little rabbity feet and her whippety tail. It's smashing, isn't it? So I was really, really lucky. And actually she said that she enjoyed the process more than she ever thought that she would, and she would potentially, depending on what was going on and what the subject was, would start taking commissions. She doesn't normally do commissions, but I'll if anyone's interested, just get in touch with me and we'll chat, and I'll be the go-between, because Sophie would find it really difficult, I think, to say no, but I'm easy. I wouldn't bother me to say no on her behalf, if you know what I mean. Incredible. I love it. Okay, so where did I get to? Oh yes, so that was the socks. So they're almost finished now. I've got about 10 rows left on the Afterthought heel, which I basically use Jules So Sweet Violets top down umbrella toe, and I just do the toe as a heel. I put 4 rows in and then I put the umbrella toe in. I don't mean umbrella, that's Kay Jones's toe. I mean the beanie toe, top down beanie toe, that's what I mean. Okay, sticking with the woolly stuff and going back to Catherine, Bed of Roses. Now I'm going to sneeze. Can I see it off? We regularly chat, and I confess to her that since having COVID, what's happened is I don't really feel like myself. I sort of feel quite disconnected. There's an aeroplane going on. It's hard to describe. I feel like I'm not quite in the room. I feel see-through, not myself. I feel I'm having to put on a brave face and a show. Not a show as such, but try to disguise that I don't really feel like I'm here. It's weird. It's a brain thing. I know, and it will go. I've been here before and it does pass, but it's been 7 weeks now and no sign of being back to my usual jolly self. My energy levels, and I don't feel tired, I don't feel weak, I don't feel lethargic as such. I just feel demotivated and not attached, not anchored. Anyway, I was telling Catherine this, and bless her, she put together a little care package for me. So the mugs, 2 of those, and then she said what you need is a potato knit. We always joke that we like knitting that is mindless, kind of bland, with a little bit of something to think about. We did our girlfriend's cardigan knit along together, and we're doing, or at least Catherine's finished and I haven't, the soiree sweater, and they were all in sort of potato colours. So bless her heart, she sent me some potato yarn and a birds and feather pattern. She said, you'll love it all. This yarn is stunning. Look at this lovely silk dyed ribbon. It's some of Christina's from the Chelsea Pearls podcast vlog. Chelsea Luxe, hand dyed. So it's come all the way from New York. Oh, it's lovely. It's called First Snow, the kid mohair and silk, and the merino linen single ply is called Sand Dune. It's blowing out on here, but it's absolutely exquisite. And And I saw the birds of a feather shawl going around, doing the rounds a couple of years ago, and it didn't really appeal to me because I wasn't wearing, or I didn't think I wanted shawls anymore. Now I realise it's just that I don't want the kind of bandana scarf shawls. If I'm going to have a shawl, I want it to be like an old lady, curl up in it. It's a blanket shawl thing. So I'm looking forward to doing this. But as you may know, if you've been here before, I got a lot of yarn, too much yarn, and I got a lot of projects that I want to do, and I flighty. So I start things and I don't finish them in timely fashion, and I change my mind, but I have all good intentions. Red Bank, New Jersey, that's where it's from. Not New York, but New Jersey. Not far, is it? I love it. That could be the thumbnail. Another gift. I had a birthday in May, and Karen, who is an incredible sock knitter and now natural yarn dyer, she doesn't sell it, I don't think, she just does it privately. Some of my favourite socks that I've got have been knitted by Karen. What is that in there? I haven't worn these yet. Oh, I wonder what that was. I think rather than kitchen stitch, I think she might have done a 3-needle bind off. There's like a little seam in there. It's very neat. Look at that. That's very, very neat. I bet that's quicker as well. Gosh, that is incredible. Look at that. Anyway, these socks, I've forgotten what the pattern is now. I'll try and find out and put it on the screen. If I don't, then, and if you really want to know, you'll have to ask me. I can tell you what the yarn is. It's called Ballard's Bella by Lay Family Yarn. And I absolutely love it. I have 4 skeins of this to make myself a jumper. I just haven't decided on the pattern. And I haven't decided whether I'm going to hold some fluff with it. Look at these socks. I'm so happy we're moving into the autumn now and I can start wearing my socks again. I can hear angels. So Karen, if you are watching, bloody love you, I do. Bloody love you. They fit perfectly. Karen, I don't know how she knows, but she knows how to knit a sock that fits my foot better than I can knit a sock to fit my foot. And I own 2 of my feet and they're with me all the time. So how she does it better than me, I don't know. Oh, I'm jumping about. Also, so what Catherine, Bed of Roses, sent with this is she started stocking a new range of project bags. I'm not going to use this as a project bag because inside is like a coated cotton. I'm going to have this as a really beautiful wash bag for when I go away. I've been away twice this year already with my friends. My first little trip away was with 2 of my oldest, bestest friends. We went to the Test Valley between Newbury and Andover and we stayed in a gorgeous Airbnb and we just had 2, did we sleep 2 nights or just 1 night in the end? I can't remember now. It was lovely though, we had such a lovely time. And then I went away to Cirencester with my friend Leonie, who I met on a flight to LA, and we fell in love. We were cabin crew and I was on standby and I got called out, and so I literally walked on the plane just as the door was shutting, and she said, hello, I've done your cart for you, cup of tea waiting in the galley. Oh, we're gonna have a great flight. My name's Leonie. I just remember looking at her and thinking, oh my gosh, I properly love you. And I've loved her ever since. So we met when I was so it must have been 1999. Am I boring you, buddy? Yeah, it was 1999 that I met her. It's been love ever since. So what's that, 23 years? And then this one, I'm sorry I'm jumping around, this is the state of my brain. We're all like it though, aren't we? This one is, I've seen Catherine, I know I don't pronounce her name right, it's Kathleen, but I find it difficult to get my tongue around that. This one is one that I've seen Catherine have her wrist through and have her project, knitting her project sort of while she's standing. So if you were queuing for something, or if you're going to a yarn show, Southern Wool yarn show this weekend, I think that's near Newbury. I'm not going, I've got too much yarn. It'd be good if you were walking around there, but I'm going to use it as a makeup bag. I'm still on my quest to use up all of my makeup, and only the stuff that's not gone dodgy. When I say I've got ancient makeup, some of it is probably dodgy, but some of it is just, it's within its expiry date. It's just needs using up. But my quest is to pare down my makeup so that it fits in there. You see, I used to just want makeup all the time, and now I don't want any of it. How's this going? Is this going all right? I feel like I need another coffee. I feel like I need to pause, take a breath, have another coffee. But first I'll talk about some yarn that's come in. I know I've got too much yarn, but I've got this lovely friend. We've never met, but you guys know how it is. We're online mates. Sorry about that, an alarm went off. Barbara and I bond over crafts and yarn and various other things. And sometimes when she wants to get rid of some of her yarn, she'll say to me, do you want it? And I can never say no. Partly because I do want it, because I'm a yarn pig, and partly because I sort of, there's a part of me that feels it would be insulting to say no, but mostly I say yes because I want it. Anyway, she's got all of this lovely yarn. I'm not going to get it out of the plastic bag that it came in. It's by Cama Rose, and it's the Yaku, which is, trying to see if I can tell you what it is. It's 100% superwash merino, I think. Oh, it's in a funny language, so I don't know. When I say a funny language, I mean it's not in my language. So I've got about 30 balls here of this beautiful yarn that she bought for a blanket and then changed her mind on. And I said to her, you can't keep sending me stuff. I need to do a swap with you. Let me go through my deep stash. When I say deep stash, I don't mean like, let me go through all my old stuff and you can choose from that. I meant like, let me dive into my deep stash, because it's deep, and pick out a few things that I think will meet the criteria of what you like. So I discarded all of my rough stuff, which I love so much, and dove into my merino cashmere nylon, or just my merino nylon, and I found a couple of, I found enough for a sweater of this one colour that I thought that she would like, and then I found a few other bits and bobs, and I sent her a video and said, do you want these? And she said, no, 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 yes please. So we're doing a swap. So I don't feel quite so bad about it being a one-way street. So Barbara, if you're watching this, I'm going to the post office today because the strike is over. We've had a postal strike. Okay, I'm going to go and get a coffee, my 2 finished items, and there isn't a third thing. I'm going to put Bunny the bronze back. On to finished things. I finished this. It's the Thea top, and as you can see, I didn't blend the skeins, and now I have a funny line at the bottom, but it's all right. This yarn is the Jacobs and Black Nose Lace sheep that I got, stop wiggling the camera, I got from Cat, Heather and Hops. It's her own yarn that she had done. I bought about 4 skeins of it. I've still got 2 left. It went a long way. So this is it. Oh, I shouldn't have sat myself down cross-legged. So this is it. And it's extraordinarily itchy. But I think that over a thicker wintry top, it will be absolutely fine. In fact, I've got quite a thick linen top that is a long line one, and I wear it with jeans, and I think this will look really lovely over that. The pattern itself, it's on Ravelry, it's a paid for pattern, and it was very nicely written. I don't know who the pattern writer is, the designer, but I really, what was I about to say? I've never knitted anything of theirs before. I don't know what else she's got going, and I just found this on a Ravelry search. What I was looking for was this perfect top. I wanted it not too wide on the shoulders and not too skinny. I wanted it a round neck but not too high and not too scooped, and I think this is spot on. I'm ever so pleased with it. I think I will knit this again, maybe in a softer yarn. I don't know what I'm going to do with the 2 skeins I've got left, because it's way too itchy for a hat or a scarf, and I haven't really got enough. Have I got 2 skeins left, or have I got almost 2.5? I haven't got enough for like a, maybe I've got enough for a little cardigan, but it's not so much that it's itchy, it's scratchy. I just got makeup, I've just got makeup on that now, but I reckon it will just rub off because it's a very raw woolly fleece. Yeah, that's just come off perfect. You still smell that wet sheep. Love it. There. Yeah, so I don't know what else I would knit with the yarn. I suppose I could knit something like slippers and felt them. Oh, Bunny. Just seems a shame to do that, but I think that's probably what I will do. Next up is the Perec Vest, which I knitted with 1 single strand of Play 2 Low P that I got from No Frills Knitting in Bristol, and I love this with a longer sleeve t-shirt and with this skirt. I think this is going to be something I wear quite a lot over the winter. So Perec, I'll link it below, knitted with a single strand of Play 2 Low P, and I did not have a problem with it pulling apart at all. Once it's knitted up, it becomes a very robust fabric and very lightweight and extremely warm. And I really like this. Oh, just caught my hair in the plant. I was going to light these candles and get rid of that spray can, but I didn't. Oh well, yeah. I really like this. I've got nothing but good things to say about it, and I'm very glad that it's done and that I will be able to start wearing it pretty soon, because you can smell autumn in the air. It's not considered autumn until the 21st of September, but it's not like it's summer, 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 summer. Oh, 21st of September, autumn. Some people say it's the 22nd of September, but when Bill was born, it was the 21st of September and they considered that autumn. So to me, his birthday is autumn. How lovely to have been blessed with a baby at the start of my very favourite month. Maybe that could be my thumbnail. God, I look like a moron. Bill Ballard is going to be 17 in 21 days. That blows my mind. He starts college on Monday. He's had a couple of induction days and he's loved them. I think it's going to be good. I'm still waiting for school transport to let me know what the timings are and who they're picking up and when, because they send like a minibus around to pick up the kids. So I'm waiting to hear from them, but I haven't had to sort out any uniform for him. Wilfred's starting senior school on, well, he's going in tomorrow for like not a taster day. All the year 7s go in and they just run around the school. They run riot so they can get to know each other and where they're going without any of the other kids being there. It's a really good system. So he's going in tomorrow, but he officially starts on Monday, and his school uniform kit hasn't been too bad because some of it I've been able to roll over from junior school because they're the same school essentially. And I had leftovers from when Ted used to go to that school. He now goes to a different school. He goes to his farming school, and I've had to get some random things for him, like steel toe cap boots. It's part of a school uniform, isn't that bonkers? I love it though. And he's grown out of everything. The kid's a man. He's a man child. It's very useful having a man child, especially one who likes to do physical jobs and be outside. He's been a really good help to me. And I say he's been a really good help to me. He's been a really good help to me when he's been around. The rest of the time he's been down the farm. Since he came back from school, he's been down the farm every single day. And I've said to him, you need to have a day off. You're going to go back to school absolutely exhausted. He's like, Mum, I love it so much. I just love it. I just want to be down the farm. It's my favourite place. And I'm thinking, but I miss you. What with him down the farm, and Toby's been away quite a lot since March, I think. Every month he's away a couple of nights doing a track day, and then he has race fixtures, so he's away for about 5 nights, which is, it's fine. I'm perfectly fine. Very independent in that sense, so that's all right. But it's just it's made life feel a lot more busy because we've had to fit things in socially around him having track days, and it's made him more sociable. He's got in touch with all of his mates and had them all, they've all been coming to stay with their partners and wives, which has been lovely. It's been lovely to see them all and reconnect. And now that we've got the barn habitable, it's been really nice to have somewhere lovely for them to sleep, that's comfortable, that's kind of where they don't feel awkward in someone's home as a guest, because it can feel a bit awkward, can't it? Just going to look at my list, because since I'm chatting about life stuff, I might as well talk about all the other stuff. So my goddaughter Izzy turned 18. Can't believe it. She's the one who's going to be going to Bath University, so she'll be around. She'll be local in about a month's time. I'm really looking forward to it. And Ed, who used to go to Bill's old school, who I had a lift share with, just gorgeous, gorgeous Ed. He graduated from Bath University with a first in media and communications, graphic design. Oh, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Honestly, that little school that Bill used to go to has worked proper miracles. So Bill, he couldn't do GCSEs. He's not academically able, but they have been working towards him doing entry-level exams. And he passed them all. He passed science, maths and English. I'm sorry about the dog, it's her bum, and every time she sighs, she wiggles the camera. Yeah, and he did really well. He did really well. He didn't just pass, he strongly passed. I'm so proud of him. It baffles me how he managed to do that, because he's obviously capable, but he can't apply things. So he can't apply his paper maths to money maths. This does look funny like that, doesn't it? Never mind. I think that, do you know what? I think because I've jabbered so much, I've talked about having loads of guests and it being busy, and Toby's been away, and Izzy's birthday, and Ed's had a first, and I went away with Leonie, and I've been away with my girls to the Test Valley, and Wilf starting a new school, Ted down the farm, Bill with the college. Oh, Bill's been gardening with me as well. It's been just adorable. So sweet. So he's, I'm hoping that he'll get into it, because he's very good at cooking. And if he can grow vegetables and cook his own vegetables, I think he'll find that really fulfilling. I've got a bit of sewing to chat about now. Obviously, I tweaked this so that I could get the stretchy braces off. I don't know if I prefer those or prefer these. I don't know. Oh, I am looking forward to a bit of a routine, and I know life doesn't slow down, but the pace will be a bit different. I'll be less distracted, and hopefully be able to catch up with friends who I haven't been able to catch up with over the summer because they've been busy or things have happened. They've had to cancel, or I've had COVID, or they've had to step in for somebody at work or riding or whatever. So I'm hoping to catch up with them. I'm hoping to just catch my breath. Just have some time where I've not got one ear cocked for Mum, what can I eat? Right, last thing then for now is that the last thing? I have got books. I've been listening to audiobooks, and I have got books that I really, really, really do want to talk about. And I've got future plans for my channel that I want to chat about, and kind of craft things that I'm daydreaming about doing. But I think I'll save that for another one, because through September I'd like to put out a few more videos. I need the motivation, you see, because I'm still in a bit of a funk, to get some stuff done, and you guys just make it feel more, I feel more motivated and accountable when you guys are along for the ride. So through September I want to pick a project, and I'll just do a video. Some of them will be interesting, some of them will be boring. Be lovely if you maybe did some of these project type things with me, like I want to sort out my airing cupboard. Perhaps we could do that together. I want to make some hot pads. I need to take some cuttings from the garden. I want to decorate the spare room, the tiny little spare room. I want to cover a headboard. I want to do some furniture overhauling. I want to work out how to make a cathedral window quilt using these fabrics that I've got. This is I think, what do you call this? Charm pack? Layer cake, I think. And what I need to do is I want to cut these into 4 so that these are the windows. So I need to work out the maths of how to do the block. The way I want to do the block is the one where you get a square, fold it into a rectangle, sew down the 2 short sides, and then you squidge it together and sew along the long side, and then it's kind of like origami, and you turn it inside out and you've got a funny double layered square that doesn't have seams on the edges, and then you put one of these little windows in there, and then you fold over one of the square edges that doesn't have a seam on it and stitch it down, and it makes this little curve. If you know cathedral window quilts, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't know cathedral window quilts, you'll just think, what on earth are you on about? So if anyone out there does know about cathedral window quilts and can help me out with the maths so that I don't waste this fabric, and I don't mind that my cathedral windows are going to be small. You see, I've been inspired by the one that I saw on Where the Crawdads Sing, the film. The one that Kaya sleeps under, and I just love it so much. Not that I need any more quilts, because I'm still doing my blue and white shirt quilt. I'm still doing the English paper piece Tilda star quilt. I'm still doing my own version of the Alice Caroline. I'm gonna make a mess. Look, I haven't even finished this one. Alice Caroline quilt. Can't remember what she calls it. And not only that, I've gone and started, because I bought from Susan, she was selling her kit, the original one. I went and bought the kit from her, and I've got the original version going now, so I feel like I've got a summery, springy one, this one, and a wintry, autumny one, that one. I've really been loving doing it. It's been an absolute joy. I do find in the evenings though, I can't really see very well to stitch, so I've had to buy some glasses, but because I like to watch the telly at the same time, if you get +2 glasses and they're like that, when you look up you can't see the telly, so I've got these ones that just literally sit on the end of your nose like old ladies. They're so funny. Love them. Yeah, so that's my quilts. That's my quilting plan. If anyone can help me out with the maths for the cathedral window quilt, I'll be blooming chuffed. I think they're all caught up now. So I feel like I'm ready for September and to do picker projects. Oh, I hope I do it now I've said. But I've been wanting to do a podcast throughout the whole of July and the whole of August, and I just haven't had the time, the motivation. I've started trying a few times and ended up just abandoning it. I started a few times doing garden vlogs, but they didn't work out either. If I can get some footage off those videos, if I've still got them in my phone, I'll put them here at the end. But in the meantime, thank you for watching this rambling shambles of a podcast. If it's your first time here, then this is all you can ever expect from me. I don't have the sophistication to get my act together and alter the way that I do things. So I do hope you come back though. I hope there's something, I don't know, mildly charming about about this podcast. I'll find out later when I edit it. Didn't even introduce myself, did I? I'm Gaynor, and I live in Somerset in the UK with my husband, 3 boys and 2 dogs, and currently I have 2 loves of my life, which are the hamsters that the children are bored of, but I love them dearly and insanely. And I have a guinea pig that I'm looking after for a friend who's been away for a month. She goes back home on Friday and I'm going to miss her. I love that guinea pig. She's getting really old as well. She's 6 and I just feel like she should stay with me now and see out her days because I love her and they're just waiting for her to die. No, I know that my friend and neighbour will be really, really sad when Lily does pass away. But not as sad as me. Anyway, that's me done now. Off I go. Thanks for watching. Toodle pip. See you soon.
And even though I hate gardening, this is why I do it. And people say, you hate gardening, but you're so good at it. And my answer is, you don't have to like your job to be good at it. You just have to like eating.